Los Angeles City Hall, and this is part of the Not My President rally here. Like many rallies across the country, there's a turnout of a few hundred people here. Among them, Sue came from Santa Monica. And I want to ask you, Sue, look at your sign that says, "No ban, no wall, California welcomes all." What is this sentiment that you really want to express today?
I think that California, like the rest of America, embodies truth and freedom, and we need to welcome our refugees and our immigrants of all religions and from all countries, because we're a peace-loving people. We just want to live together in democracy.
So you come from an immigrant background, refugee background, I believe. Tell us about that.
My father fled China during the war, and he fled to Taiwan, which was also in war, and then he came to the United States as a green card holder and married my mother. And I'm mixed race background, I'm mixed religion background. We have many friends who are gay and of mixed religions, and it's not just California, but it's a lot of us in California, and we're really what America is starting to look like.
As you know, many members of the Trump administration, including the president himself, would say that we have got a problem right now with terrorist threats, and saying that we need to tighten up our immigration policy to make America safe. What would you say to that?
I think what Trump is doing is actually creating a lot more terrorists where there were none before. I think our greatest terrorist threat are the radicalized, heavily armed, native-born Americans who are trying to impose an imaginary past on us of white supremacy, and that's not who we are.
I thank you so much for taking time out. Let me give you a little bit more of a sense of how big this crowd is and what's going on here. This is downtown Los Angeles, and we are standing on the steps of City Hall itself. These people have been here for a couple of hours, many of them, giving up what would otherwise be a holiday. Let's go down here real quickly, and we'll have my photographer, Stike Demas, take a nice step or two gingerly. We wanted to talk to Michael here. Michael, how are you?
Doing well, thanks.
He's from Glendale. Michael, your sign says not a paid protester.
Right. Well, just, look around. There are just so many people out here, and, the deniers are just trying to wipe everything under the rug, like as if, the public is actually supporting our administration, and we're not. I mean, if we can be paid for this, great. Where's where I get my check? But look around you. There are just hundreds and hundreds of people here. They're not getting paid for this. We're here because we feel like we need to be here.
Do you feel that there are ever times where somebody either wasn't paid, but they'd been to the same protest and they had an agenda that was not really on the up and up?
I think there's always going to be fringe elements like that, but the vast majority of them, we're all on the same page. We all have different aspects of the administration that we're not supporting. Some people it's women's rights, some people it's gay and lesbian rights, other people it's immigration. But when you put all that together, as a country, we're really not agreeing with what the administration is doing.
And you had said something to the effect of you're kind of surprised that you're here again, meaning you've given up a lot of time to be part of some of these rallies.
Yeah, so this is probably my fifth or sixth now. I went out to Washington, D.C. For the Women's March to be a part of that. And, I was never very political before this, but things just get out of hand and you have to do something. So here I am.
I'm going to wheel around. Thank you, Michael. Let's show this sign real quick, Stike. It shows President Bannon, and you can see the caricature, and then we've got Putin to his left. And what do you think your sign says?
I think that our president, our so-called president, is being a puppet to Putin and to Bannon, because that's the real story. Bannon is behind all of his decisions. Putin is pulling strings. When are we going to wake up?
And what do you think about when you see this group of people coming out on a President's Day holiday in light rain?
I think everybody would rather be at home with their families, doing our regular life, but this is too important. We have to be out here. I think it's amazing that we're all out here saying what's on our mind, because it's not okay what's going on in Washington, D.C. It is not okay, President Trump.
One more question. You can hear everybody chanting free press. And I'm wondering your take on the recent attacks on the media by the Trump administration.
The Trump administration is out of touch with reality. You guys keep us honest. You guys keep telling the world what's really going on. You are not fake news. So I hope the president's watching. You are not fake news, CNN. You are not. So thank you for being out here and covering all of this. This is our voice. This is America, not your crazy little group in Florida.
Appreciate your taking time out. Let's go ahead and walk into another part of the protest as they continue to chant free press here on the steps of LA City Hall. I want to ask these people who have gone so far as to paint their faces orange. Tell us what prompted this painting of your faces orange today.
Say again, I didn't hear you. It's so
What
loud
prompted
here.
you to paint your face orange today?
Oh, we're here combating orange fever, which spreads with xenophobia and hatred and fear.
And what about yourself? What point would you really like to drive home as you attended today?
Well, I think this whole thing is about the fact that these policies are not what the American people want. We want freedom of the press, we want inclusion for immigrants and refugees, and we want to make sure that our voices are heard.
Of course, your orange makeup clearly an allusion to President Trump's appearance.
Yes. Well, you know, we like to use humor to fight fascism. You know, you notice all around us are signs that use humor and try and drive a point home rather than hatred. And yes, the fish stinks from the head down, and certainly our country right now is turning orange, and we need to stop that.
So we'll go ahead and read some of the things it says on the sign. It says symptoms include impaired judgment, swelling of the ego, prolonged handshakes. Also, we've got xenophobia, fear-mongering, knee-jerk reactions, and we also have the only known antidote is facts. Let me counter. I mean, President Trump has said that we are, among other things, the fake media, that we're not dealing in facts, that we're being unfair and negative. What is your response to that?
President Trump has said that the media and the free press is the enemy. The enemy of what? The enemy of America. It's in the Constitution, freedom of the press. He's against the Constitution.
And what would you say to people in the Trump administration who say that we absolutely have to tighten, I'll let you answer this, our borders because we've got a problem with previous terror incidents here, and we've got a problem, you know, globally with people who are very dangerous leaving Syria, Iraq, and other parts of the Middle East?
Well, I think, again, we have to rely on facts to decide what sort of actions we're going to take, and his most recent ban was not based on any fact whatsoever, so we support the people from those countries that were detained illegally.
I'm curious, are you in the show business? Are you actors? Just what?
We are. We're directors, we're writers, we're actors. We have a group of over 50 artists in 5 cities called the Useful Idiots, and we come together at all of these protests to try and help bring the message across in a way that people can understand and enjoy, but still learn.
Great. I thank you for taking time out. Here's another gentleman who came out here today. Excuse me, sir. I'd love to ask you a question. What statement are you making with your outfit today?
The reason why I'm here? Well, first of all, because I want our country back. Number 2, to get rid of Trump and Pence, we actually need our...
So you've made a...
Each or reason, I'm here because we, the people, is everybody. It's not segregated people. We're all one religion. We're all one person. Everyone, no matter who they are, Muslim, American, Mexican, whoever they are. I'm Mexican American, and I'm here as everyone is. Muslims, anyone. I feel like it's brought everybody together, closer. Maybe not a big step towards world peace, but at least we're meeting everybody. What Trump stands for is not what we want. From day one, it's just a liar. Unfortunately, he keeps thinking that he's not a liar, and I'm sorry. We can't put up any longer. We cannot. We are here for a reason, and we want to be heard and seen.
All right, and as we come back, you can hear this chant. They're chanting, hey, hey, ho, ho, our country's not a TV show. And as this young woman's sign says, hate does not represent me. Quickly, if you would, what's the one point you want to drive home today?
I think that we all need to come together and make sure that our country's not divided in this time, that we all stick together.
And you have your nasty woman hat on as well.
I do. I'm a nasty woman. Very proud of that.
So on that note, from a proud nasty woman here, we're Facebook Live at City Hall in Los Angeles. I'm Paul Verkaman, signing off.
Our country's not a TV show, hey, hey. Ho, ho. Our country's not a TV show, hey, hey. Ho, ho. Our country's not a TV show, hey, hey. Ho, ho. Our country's not a TV show, hey, hey. ho.